I spend my nights on overdrive. I live my life so overtime. There's nowhere I can hide. Now I live my life on overdrive. I could be more like him if that's cool to you. I'd do anything to be cool to you. Cool to you. Hey. So this new Post Malone song is cool. It's a quick and easy one. I just figured I'd jump on here and show y'all real quick. I'm tuned down a half a step. That makes it way easier. You could do it normally. If you just want to do it real quickly without tuning down, then you're gonna go to the C sharp major chord instead, followed by the G sharp major, followed by the E flat minor to the F sharp major. But I would recommend tuning down a half a step and then playing it in D. It's a D open chord here, followed by an A open chord, followed by E minor. I'd come up here to the 7th fret and play a bar. It sounds more like the song. You could play an open E minor chord, but I'd recommend coming up here to the 7th fret and playing the bar chord down to a G bar chord. Again, you could play open G, it'd be fine. But I would recommend the 3rd fret bar chord here on the G. And the intro just plays one strum each. And then the song starts, his singing starts, and it just goes to 2 strums. And it's not really a guitar anymore, it's actually a piano, I think, but it sounds fine on guitar. So it goes to 2 strums each. I spend my nights on over E minor chord. D, I live my A, so over E minor chord, G chord. And that's pretty much the song. Now, if I was really playing a cover, I wouldn't probably play it like that. I'd probably mix up the strumming and go, I live my life so overtime. You know, I mean, I'd do something like that instead probably, but it just depends on what you're going for. And that's pretty much it, besides this little bridge here where it goes to an F sharp major chord here on the 2nd fret bar chord, up to a G. Just move everything up a half step to a G. Then you go to a D major bar chord here on the 5th fret. And then just take your pointer finger here on the A string and just move it down one half step. We're just going from this to this and playing everything else the same. So it goes from this, walking down to that, to a B minor chord here on the 2nd fret. And then it just goes to a C, to a G, back to a D. So I'll go through that bridge one more time. It goes, I could F sharp major, more like him, on the G. If D, walk down, is cool to you, on the B minor. I do C, anything to G, cool to you, on the D bar chord here on the 5th fret. We end on that, except one little last thing here. We go cool to you. And the only thing, that's all we're doing is switching from just the D major chord to a D major 7 chord. And for those that don't know that one, it's just simply starting on the A string on the 5th fret, goes A, 5th on the A, to the 7th on the D, 6th on the G, followed by 7th on the B, and that's pretty much the chord. You can add in the high E if you want to bar right here and play that note along with it on the 5th string. You can add that note, or actually what I like to do is take your finger completely off, your pointer finger, and let that E ring open. I think that actually sounds the best. I think that actually sounds the best version of it. But you can do any of those options, they'll be fine. And that's about it. The only other part is there's a little high note part at the beginning, which you can't really play while you're playing guitar at the same time. If you had to, I would go D open and I would switch to an A bar chord on the 5th fret, followed by an E minor, and then I would switch to a G way up here. I switch to a G major 7 way up here on the 10th fret and go probably something like that. That's the closest thing you're gonna get, probably. That's not the right notes or anything, but it's like nobody will notice, honestly. So you'd be... It'd be something along those lines. Again, those aren't the right notes really, but nobody would probably ever notice if you played it like that, if you wanted to add those high notes into your intro. And that's about it. So let me know if you want me to do more videos like this. All right, y'all.